Hi, this is Tom and Ann from 2 Cave Aquatics, and this is my little experiment downstairs, all based around Father Fish's resurrection jars. My wife and I have been out collecting. We've collected 10 jars, 10 1-gallon jars from ponds, multiple ponds, lakes, streams, creeks, all around the area here. And I brought all those 10 gallons of jars back, and they are all now in a 10-gallon aquarium downstairs. And here it is. The only thing hooked to this is an air stone, and the entire contents of the jars were all dumped in here in their entirety. All the aquatic life, the plants, the leaves, everything that we found that I gathered in those 10 resurrection jars is now here in this 10-gallon aquarium. There's no filter, of course. There's no there's only an air stone. That's it. And I've got a light coming. It's actually a little rechargeable LED light. Looks just like a light bulb, but it's rechargeable with a USB cord, and then it could be powered for like, I don't know, 20 hours or something, and I can just hang it above the aquarium when I want to. So everything's in here. I'd say over 95% of the stuff in here is only going to be able to be seen with the microscope. I've got 3 digital microscopes here that I'm going to be utilizing. Still needs to clear up in here a little bit. Probably over the next couple of days it'll clear up nicer. And over here there's an air stone, a little pump, an air stone here, and I did put a little bit of sand in the bottom so it's not bare glass, and I got some lava rock here, red lava rock, and an air stone down inside of it. I saw a pretty good sized aquatic beetle here just a little while ago down in this lava rock. I don't know where it went, but everything that we found in the lakes and the ponds and the streams around here, everything is in it. All the life forms. There's a little something right there, an aquatic beetle, I guess. There's some snails, whatever snails I gathered up, they're all in here. Some things you can start to see with the naked eye. It's still clearing up quite a bit, but yeah, there's a lot of vegetation in here. The leaves that I gathered. I did see some small shrimp type critters in one of the jars that we got from Rondout Creek. I'm really hoping they're still in here. There goes one of those little aquatic beetles. And still hoping those shrimp or whatever they were are still alive in here. But hopefully, like I said, this thing will clear up in the next few days, and I can start using one of my digital microscopes and start trying to make some slides that I can put under a microscope. And I got to figure out some editing and some editing apps where I can, when I record with the microscope, there's no sound, so I have to go online and be able to record my voice and edit that in. Something I haven't done yet, something I've never done before, so I got to figure that out. And let's see, there's just an abundant life in here, and they're all finding their way around. I saw some insect larvae in some of these under the microscope. There's some of that in here, and some snails. There's a few snails in here. Whatever floating debris and algae and stuff is up here on the top. And of course there's a skull that Jim made before he passed away in one of his kilns. There's all kinds of stuff in here. I'm hoping that that will reveal itself here in the next few days when this clears up. Yeah, so they're in a little pond here now. Everything we caught, everything we gathered in 10 1-gallon jugs and brought home. These father fish resurrection jars have grabbed my attention when I first ran into it on YouTube. So I subscribed to his channel right away, and I've been watching all of his videos on resurrection jars. So I really want to take a deeper dive. So far, before I put the jars in here, I looked at them under a microscope, and I'm not seeing anything like hydra or planaria worms or anything of that nature has yet to reveal itself. I mean, anything that I would be alarmed at maybe putting in my aquarium. I have yet to encounter that. I have put a one of those metal screens on top here. I got some cheesecloth coming in the mail because Ann was we were talking about this the other night and looking at some of the microscopic videos that I've taken so far, and we saw some mosquito larvae in here, and she was thinking, oh, you know, they'll get out of there, of course, when they emerge, and maybe in a house. So I'm gonna put a little bit of cheesecloth on top of here, hopefully to try to prevent that. But I want to see some of that going on in here. There's any insect larva development, anything in the way of planaria worms, or I don't know, some of those things that we're very cautious about, we try to avoid in our aquariums. So far I've seen zero evidence of that. I said I want to do my best with the microscopes I've got. They're little handheld digital microscopes. I actually gave my big AM scope away to a friend of mine, Amish fellow that was making a lot of tinctures for me and home type medicines, mushroom based and plant based extracts. His name was Nathan, and he didn't have a microscope, so I gave him mine. And now I've got these 3 little digital ones, but I'm going to try to make do. I can't really justify a few $100s it's going to take to replace that scope I had, that amp scope. It had a camera attachment that went in the eyepiece. It was a pretty great scope. The regular desktop microscope, I can't really justify that kind of expenditure right now. Maybe someday. That would be nice to be able to have another regular desktop professional examination microscope like that amp scope I had. But I looked at them on Amazon today, and yeah, they're around $300. So that's not going to be happening right now. I got a lot of other stuff. My 60-gallon aquarium and, you know, things around here, bills and everything. So yeah, I can't really justify that expenditure. But yeah, there's oak leaves in here. There's algae. There's algae floating on the top of the aquarium. I've seen. So I'm going to be delving into this over the next months and looking at all the microscopic life forms, all the nature that is in these ponds and lakes and streams and creeks and rivers. And we'll see. We will see, and I'll be learning all the names, hopefully. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube. Sorry about that, my camera strap got caught up. I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube about microscopic life in ponds and lakes, and how they go about making slides and the type of equipment they use, and mostly getting up close views of the microscopic life, the ostracods, the rotifers, just all the stuff that's in here, the stuff that the ostracods and stuff I've seen with carrying eggs. There's Daphne in here, there's sea shrimp galore. I've already seen all that stuff under the microscope myself. I've uploaded some of those videos out of my resurrection jars, my father fish resurrection jars. I've already uploaded some of those, and I put a little music to them so they're not completely boring. But yeah, I'd like to start looking at this under the microscope and looking at all the different microscopic forms of life, the prey, the predators, the amoebas, the nematodes, the roundworm, flatworms, and roundworms, and yeah, all that stuff that's in here that we cannot see with the naked eye. I really appreciate Father Fish bringing me into this interesting situation I find myself in. I'm going to keep watching his videos. And if you haven't subscribed to Father Fish's channel and seen the videos he's made on the resurrection jars where I learned from, I highly suggest it. So that's what's going on. I brought a little pond into the house. We actually got this, it was part of a sticker my wife's daughter Crystal brought with her. It was a sports bar, kind of, sort of. She used to work in, it was called The Pond. So I cut the letters out and stuck them on his 10-gallon aquarium. And Father Fish sent that when I ordered some of his 11 ingredient additives for deep substrate tanks. That came in the package. I've actually made a couple of orders of that substrate additive. I put it in my tanks. I'm going to put it in my 60-gallon tank. These little aquatic beetles are fascinating on their own. So that's a bit of a sneak preview on the pond and the microscopic life that is teeming in here. You can't see with the naked eye. So stay tuned and like and subscribe if you haven't already. And maybe a lot of you, some of you out there already know a lot of the names of these microscopic forms of life that's going to be revealed in here. And the substrate. Some of these pieces of brick were found in there. There used to be a big brick making industry in this area. There's leaves, sticks, stems, algae, everything in here. Mud from the bottom, little ponds and lakes. So everything's in here, 10 entire gallons. And welcome to the pond. And we'll see you soon. You can look down the right hand corner of my video. So my videos over here, you'll see where you can hit like and subscribe. There's a gentleman with a mask like this, you go ahead and hit that and subscribe. We really appreciate it. Our subscribers are starting to come in, and we're getting a lot of views for people that haven't subscribed yet. So I'm hoping that some of this stuff will interest some of those who haven't subscribed yet. I've got some other projects as well, so stay tuned and like and subscribe. And from Tom and Ann at 2K Aquatics, we thank you very much, and I'll see you again in another video soon. Thank you. Bye.